My name is Shah, and I'm a Senior Deployment Specialist at Central Nervous Systems. In this video, I'm going to take you through project invoicing in Acumatica. Project invoicing in Acumatica allows for fast invoicing of your projects. Fast invoicing leads to faster cash flow and quick month-end closings. Responsibility for project invoicing transfers from finance to the project managers. As project managers have the intimate knowledge of their projects, they are best positioned to evaluate billing details, resulting in fewer billing errors. I'm going to log in as a project manager into my demo company in Acumatica. I'll create an invoice for a fixed fee project and one for a time and materials project. I'm going to start with a fixed fee project that I've been working on. The Create Pro Forma on Billing option is enabled so we can review and adjust the invoice before creating the customer invoice. For a fixed fee billing project, invoicing is calculated based on the percentage completed of the project revenue budget. On my revenue budget tab, I see that for this project, 15% has been completed. As project manager, I know that the project is now 40% complete, and I would like to invoice the 25% that's been completed since the last invoice to the customer. I go to the completed field and adjust the completed amount to 40%. Notice that once I do that, there's a pending invoice amount created for the difference of the total completed versus what's been invoiced already. I click on Save to save the changes. To set the invoice date, I adjust my business date to the date that I want to use for my invoice. I'll now go ahead and use the Run Project Billing button to create a pro forma invoice. Now that the pro forma has been created, I can review it for correctness. Notice that the invoice date is the date that I wanted. After evaluating the details, I take the pro forma invoice off hold. The pro forma invoice now goes through the approval process. The approval is assigned to Maxwell Baker, which is me. With this approval workflow, a project admin could do the preliminary work of creating the pro forma and have the project manager approve the pro forma before release. I will now approve and release the pro forma. Once released, Acumatica uses the information from the pro forma invoice to create the AR invoice. Once the AR invoice is reviewed and released by the finance staff, the project income total will reflect the total invoiced amount. Now I'm going to go to a time and material project that I've also been working on. Just like the fixed fee project we just looked at, the Create Pro Forma button on billing is selected. So we can review and adjust the invoice before creating the customer invoice. For time and material projects, invoicing is based on unbilled transactions collected since the last invoice. Entries can include employee time and expenses, equipment time, and AP bill transactions from vendors or subcontractors. I'll go ahead and use the Run Project Billing button to create the pro forma invoice. In the Time and Materials tab, we see all the unbilled transactions since last invoice. As project manager, I have an intimate knowledge of my projects, and I'm best positioned to evaluate billing details. As part of my review, I can write off or postpone transactions. I simply adjust line quantity and instruct Acumatica on how to handle the remaining amount. I'm writing off these two lines as they should not have been billed. I can also delete a transaction and make it available on the next billing cycle. I can also add entries that did not come through transactions, such as admin fees. After evaluating the billing details and making necessary adjustments, I can take the pro forma off hold. Pro forma invoice now goes through the approval process. I'll now approve and release this pro forma. Once released, Acumatica uses the information from the pro forma invoice to create an AR invoice. Once the AR invoice is reviewed and released by the finance staff, the project income total will reflect the total invoiced amount. Project invoicing in Acumatica allows for fast invoicing of your projects, leading to faster cash flow, quick month-end closings, and fewer billing errors. Should you need further information or need help with project invoicing in Acumatica, please contact us at Central Nervous Systems. Thank you for joining me today.